Okay, I have a battle here against Liang, I don't know. It's strange. Anyways, he contacted me on MSN saying, hey, want a battle? And I'm like, sure, why not? So I decided to try and trick, but he subscribes to me, and I'm like, okay then. So I bring out Reggie's name because, like, yeah, and he sets some spikes around my feet, and he decided to set more spikes because he just doesn't like people from Haiti. Anyways, I go for an earthquake because that'll somehow remove his subscription to me, and it fades away like that, and he sets up some more spikes, so I'm like, great. So I'll set up some stealth rocks, because, like, yeah, entry hazards are awesome. So he gives me some tea, and I get paralyzed by the tea, and I'm like, oh my god, this tea tastes good, you should have some too. So he gets paralyzed by the tea too. And then he draws out and goes to his Bronzong, and I'm like, earthquake, but it doesn't work the Bronzong because it's levitating somehow. Anyway, I decided to bring Phil's name back because Celebi's better. So Celebi comes out and takes a ton of damage from the spikes, and then Stealth Rock gets set up, and I'm like, you love entry hazards, don't you? So I decide to give him a little scarf that I found that looks so cute on him, and he goes for a light screen, and I'm like, now you're locked on a light screen for some reason. So I have leftovers now, so that's cool. And he goes up to a hot rod, and I set up some leech seed because, yeah. So I get some health back from the stupid leech seed stuff and whatnot. It's actually not stupid, but you know what I mean. And yay. So now I switch out because I kind of have to, and I go to Latios because Latios has to be able to do stuff to this thing. He flare blitzes, and I know I resist it, so when I take over half, that's not good. But then again, the stealth rock didn't help. So I get some health back from Leech Seed, and then I get burned by my Burn Orb because, like, yeah. So he brings back out the Frostlass. And I'm like, well, Frostlass doesn't have that good a special defense. I can probably kill it with one of my stab moves. Like, yeah. And I recover off the damage from the previous attack. And I go for Dragon Pulse, but he lives, and then he tries to make a blizzard happen. And I'm like, what? The Weather Channel didn't say anything about this? Latios can't fly through a blizzard. So Latios manages to make it through the blizzard somehow and gets hurt by a burn that was done by the engine because it blew out during the flight. So she tries to recover from the ice and is like, oh god. And then another blizzard comes by and she's like, crap, I can't do it! And then she kind of dies. Poor Latios. So now comes out Politoed, and Politoed's like, want some warts? And I get some damage done to me, but I decided to go for a belly drum thinking, well, Blizzard will either miss or it won't be enough to kill me, because I'm pretty sure it's the only attacking move this thing has. So he gets paralyzed, and Waterfall will kill it, obviously, especially after a +6. So now Politoed is able to do a ton to this team because Politoed's just that beastly. And it returns to Raikou because it ran away for a little bit because of the waterfall incident, but yeah. So Raikou dies, and then Bronzong comes out, and he just gets some stones pointed into him, which don't really hurt that much, and then I make waterfall on top of him, and he lives, and he's like, hey, look at yourself. You're awesome. So I'm like, okay, I shall return to the mirror. And it doesn't really work out that well. So I decided to just go for a waterfall because I thought, well, before that he would switch, but I guess not. Anyway, he brings out a Feraligatr now, and I'm like, okay, I'll just return to the Feraligatr, and their Feraligatr will die. And it's a crit, but I'm pretty sure that didn't matter. I mean, come on, +6, for God's sake. So he brings out a duck, and I'm like, and he tries to download some stuff from my computer, but it only gets him a virus attack. And then I waterfall on his computer, but his computer can't take it, and then he throws a tricycle at me. What the crap? So now the reflect wears off, and I got to hit me! Kobe, stop it! So Spike's pointing to me, and so does other stuff, and I go for a Mach Punch, and I'm like, haha, you are dead, haha. So I'm in the Mach 5, and I'm like, haha, I will punch you, haha. So he brings out a Hot Rod, and I'm like, you cannot win in this race, haha, I shall punch you in the Mach 5, haha. So he goes down, haha. Good game, Liang, haha.